I want to talk about how I received a new key. I want to talk about manifestation, okay? Um, One of the things that I'm learning about manifestation is that it's casual. And then if you aren't specific, the way that you receive said manifestation will come. It's going to come to you, but it may not come in the way that you want. And my husband had lost my key a couple of years ago. And I literally just remembered this year. I just reminded him earlier this year, like, hey, you forgot my key. You never replaced my key. I need you to replace my key because I had like my keys in the car. And that's what made me think of like, because we got like a toolkit, a car kit to get into the vehicle. However, that would have been an easier process if I just would have had my other key and I could just unlocked it, So I said, hey, you never replaced my key. Could you replace my key? So he went through the motions of pricing it and actually buying like, I guess like the key fob and stuff like that. All you had to do was go and get the key actually, fitted to my car. Like, I guess, like rig, how they do it. And then also programmed for my car. And so yesterday I went to go get an oil change on my vehicle, and the people, they broke my key. Now, I was just like, what the heck? How did y'all break my key? I was upset literally I was upset for a hot second. And I'm happy I did calm myself down and conduct myself in a better manner with that man, it actually makes the process easier when you just are calm and you're not yelling at people and acting all crazy and stuff like that, right? So yes, my initial reaction was jacked up. And then I checked myself. I said, girl, calm down. It don't cost for all of that. See what they're going to do about it. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, I was taken care of. I was able to get a new key. I haven't gotten it yet. I got the invoices and stuff like that, and I have to go back to the dealership to get them to order it. So at the end of the day, literally just 2 months ago, I was saying how, man, I wish I had another key. And it's just like I put that energy out into the universe, and by universal law, it has to come back to you, right? Like, I feel like for me, whenever I set an intention or I desire something, the more energy I put into it, the less or the slower it comes to me. But the less energy I put into it and the less intention I put on it, the faster it comes to me. Like, it comes to me unexpectedly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that they say that you're supposed to be in the spirit of expectation. I keep looking at the wrong spot. I know that they say you're supposed to be in the spirit of expectation, but that hasn't been my experience. Every time I'm in the spirit of expectation, literally things go the opposite way way of what I expected it to go. And so I'm just sharing this with y'all on today, that maybe that's your experience as well. And maybe, it can help you with actually manifesting the things that you desire in your life. Don't think too much about it. Just put it out there, and by universal law, it has to come back to you. It has to be attract. You will attract it. Just say it casually and forget about it. Don't worry about it. And granted, the way that I received my key, we were inconvenienced, and I was stressed out. I was stressed out for like a little moment because I was like, oh man, these people trying to play me. He was trying to play me. They were trying to make me go to like anyways, they were trying to play me, but at the end of the day, I ended up getting what I wanted, which was what I had, you know what I'm saying, to get the exact key that I had. And so, it's so crazy because I've heard that before. Your blessings may not come in the way that you want them to come, but they will come. You just have to have faith that they will come. And I don't know if I necessarily have faith that I will receive another key. I just kind of put it out there, and then literally attract. Same thing with my bumper on my car. When I first got my vehicle, it had a whole bunch of scratches on it, right? And I was like, man, I wish my car didn't have all those scratches on the bumper. I said, I wish my bumper was smooth, because I remember I seen other cars that was like my car, and I was like, ooh, they just look all nice and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I just wish my bumper was nice and smooth. And then boom, like, I think it was within a matter of months as well, this man ran into the back of my car. And immediately when he ran into the back of my car, I said to myself, God about to provide me with a new bumper. Like literally by universal law, by me just putting that out there, that's something that I desired to have. And I didn't put a whole bunch of energy, or like, I feel like when you put a lot of energy and intention behind something, you're trying to force it to happen versus just allowing it to happen. Right. And so by me just saying it, and then the man ran into my car, and I was like, as soon as it happened, I was like, I'm about to get a new bumper. And thank goodness the guy had great insurance. And I got a new bumper, and people did a wonderful job. I mean, they did an immaculate job on it. And so that's just my life message on today, is that, if you are manifesting, if you are trying to get something, attract something to you, don't force it. And forcing it is thinking about it every day. Like, oh man, because honestly, you could kind of like, I feel like you could kind of repel something from coming towards you by focusing on the details of how you're going to get it, when it's going to come, and you know what I'm saying, all that kind of stuff. When really it don't even cost for all that. It's just kind of like, just say it, put it out there, and then see what happens. I challenge y'all to just try my way of manifesting. Just say it, put the energy out there, and then see what happens. Like, don't even think about it. Just like every time something has happened for me, it was casual. The moment I try to plan stuff out, every time I try to plan something out, or like pretty much dictating how it's going to happen, you can't tell, like, I don't know. It just works for different people, because like when I was watching, I did listen to an audio book that Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Joe Dispenza. He was basically saying, it's important to visualize whatever it is you want. Say it often, visualize it, literally experience having it or doing it, and it will happen. You will manifest it in exactly the way that you envision it or experienced it, right? Or like people do incantations, people do affirmations. So like different strokes for different folks. I'm just telling y'all what works for me, and maybe it might work for you. You know what I'm saying? And so another thing I want to say is that whenever your manifestations, your blessings, whatever you want to call it, whenever they do come through, and say they don't come through in the way that you want them to come through, right? Like my situation was stressful and it inconvenienced. My husband was 2 hours late for work. You know what I'm saying? I just took that as a test for how are you going to conduct yourself in this situation? Yeah, I know you're upset. Yeah, I know they was wrong. But how are you going to conduct yourself? Are you going to be so focused on how you received the key? Or are you going to be grateful that you're receiving the key? Are you going to be in gratitude? And the more that you are in gratitude, it's kind of like, dang, I know they broke my key. I know they inconvenienced us. I know they stressed me out. However, I'm happy because I'm getting a new key. I didn't even expect this to happen. Like I didn't even think nothing of it when I was asking for it, So just pay attention to the way in which you react to your blessings. A lot of people can get knocked down and things can happen in life, and they are so focused on how it happened, or all that they went through, and their, oh my gosh, the trauma and all of that, the bad, instead of focusing on the good thing that came out of it. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? You may have, this is definitely too much light on this side, but anyways, you may have gotten, had to get out of your old apartment or something like that, right? But it made room for you to get a bigger apartment. That's from experience, right? Or like us in our last apartment, the people kept calling the police on us, calling the police on me and my kids and stuff like that. It's because they floorboards are shallow and stuff like that. So you could literally hear the people upstairs sneeze, and so that forced us to say, you know what, we won't be in another apartment, because the apartment we were in prior to that, I was getting into it with the girl downstairs a lot because she was on some bull crap about noise. So we was in an apartment where we lived above people, and they were on some bull crap about noise. So we made sure the next apartment we was below people, and they were on some bull crap about noise. And so it forced us into a situation where we was like, you know what, the next place that we live is not going to be an apartment, and it's literally now we in a house. So I think that it's important that you don't focus on the bad. Focus on what am I gaining from this situation? And I feel like the more that you are in gratitude, right, the more that you will attract, the more good that you will attract in your life. So, yeah, that's my message on today, y'all. I love y'all. Holla at you. Manifestation is easy. Easy like Sunday morning. Just be patient and grateful.